Good afternoon and welcome into Boulder, Colorado for this afternoon's WCHL conference matchup between the visiting Central Oklahoma Broncos and your Colorado Buffaloes. I'm Joe Paris alongside Jake Shapiro. And Jake, after a big win last night, Colorado looking now to get a little bit of momentum and now beat the defending national champions, Central Oklahoma Broncos.
Yeah, the Colorado Buffaloes have won 5 straight games here, Joe, and they've been looking good the last 5. And Central Oklahoma last night went up to Fort Collins and came at the defeat at the hands of the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams didn't really give them a good game last night, but both of these teams had late starts. Both of these teams late starts. Last night, Central Oklahoma and Colorado State started at 8:30 p.m. Colorado's game against Oklahoma started at 9 p.m. So a fair turnaround for both teams. This is the earliest, one of the earliest games Colorado's ever hosted here at home. Last night was the latest, so we're just knocking out all those milestones here today. So let's get some starting lineups for you. The starting lineup for Colorado will be the usual starting lineup, except Chris Burkemper, again, will be sitting out for about a month with a shoulder injury, and taking his spot today on the first line will be the freshman from Canada, Luke Carter. Jake Bauer and Matt Anders will be the other two forwards, and on defense it'll be Alex Temby and Matt Hefter. Colorado expecting a high-flying game here today. Central Oklahoma, last year, one of the best offensive teams in the country. They did lose some players over the summer, but Jake, they're still a very solid offensive team. And the goaltender, Alex Henry, in between the pipes, he wears number 33. Good goaltender.
Yeah, very good. You mentioned it. Central Oklahoma is known for their offense, and you know it's important for them to get off to a quick start, especially on the road in a weird time game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If they catch Colorado off guard here early, it could be good news for Central Oklahoma's offense. So it all falls on Colin Champy coming back and making huge saves on defense for the Colorado goaltending.
We're going to step aside for the national anthem. Puck drop is next. All right, let's play some afternoon hockey. Friday afternoon hockey. And if you're wondering why the game is in the afternoon, today, Colorado actually will take on USC in football on the gridiron over at Folsom Field. And when we made the schedule last year, Jake, we wanted to make sure the two didn't conflict, because we didn't want to steal, all the people from Folsom Field into our barn.
Yeah, all the few people that are here tonight are going to witness a pretty solid hockey game, but and they're going to be able to go watch a football game after if that's their choice. But Central Oklahoma's here tomorrow again. I believe that game's at 7 o'clock. So a good, solid weekend matchup for the Buffs. A huge test in the middle of their season here to see where they're at.
You're looking live at the University of Colorado Rec Center, where we're underway. Thank you for joining us on your Friday afternoon. Joe Paris and Jake Shapiro with you from the University of Colorado Boulder campus. The Buffs will be wearing their alternate grays here at home, and the visiting Broncos wear their traditional blue and gold. A quick shot on net is a save by Colin Champagne. Champagne got the win last night, and he played 58 minutes of shutout hockey. Oklahoma scored in the opening minute of play on a power play. And from that point on, though, Champagne had shut the door. Buffs are deep down in the zone. Broncos will play it around the boards. Anders will shovel along the boards as the puck will come out. So Luke Carter, again, the freshman playing on the first line. Devin Pilkington was on the first line last night, and he'll take the night off. Anders down low on the goal line extended. He'll try to walk it up the circle, poked away from him by Trevor LeBlanc. Kept in, though, by Alex Temby at the blue line. He'll push it around the boards. Henry will come out of his net to play it. He'll wrap it around the boards back the other way. Temby will take a shoulder. And out the other way comes the Broncos before it comes into the neutral zone for Matt Hefter.
Already a lot of physical action here, Joe.
And this one is going to be a fun one, Jake. I'm telling you, these two teams, very high-powered offensive teams.
If Colorado's winning the board battles like they did that first possession, it'll be very important to them to keep winning board battles to produce good offense. And they pulled a couple pucks off the boards there on their first possession on offense. Luke Carter made a nice play, and we saw Alex Temby try to keep the puck in and win a puck off the boards. He did win the puck, but he couldn't keep the puck in. So we'll look forward to that. The board battles are always an important point in hockey.
When you have a high-powered offensive matchup like this, Jake, what are you usually looking for in a team?
You look for the little things to be right, because you know the big things will be there, you know the shots will be there, the playmakers will be making plays, so you look for the little things like guys winning board battles, guys winning pucks off the boards, guys winning faceoffs, because whoever has the puck is going to make those plays that are ultimately going to result in a goal.
Broncos will skate back through the neutral zone again. It's Brandon Formosa Formosa will dump it in deep. Last year when Colorado traveled down to Edmond, Oklahoma, Formosa had a great weekend. Back-to-back games against Colorado. He was electric. Against the boards he goes. It'll slip out, though, to Mick Bruce. The big defenseman was laying down the lumber last night. He had a few hits that, boy, they were bone-shattering. Through the slot come the Broncos again. It'll be knocked down to Novikov. A slot from the outside will go off the side. Andrew Hodder. Now to John Nitchin. Nitchin will start up through the neutral zone. He'll weave through a few Broncos. He'll come in 1-on-2. He's got Jarwin behind him. He'll whiff on a slow shot. Played up against the boards, and it'll be chipped out by the captain, Michael Rivera. Trent Edwards, who had the night off last night, will send it in deep. Henry will glove it and drop it in down. Jordan Rouser will survey the scene. On the forecheck, George Gruber will break it up along the boards alongside Elliot Palanchik. To the boards it goes again. Edwards with a one-time shot, and that hit the defenseman in the head. Oh, my goodness. He's knocked out cold. Jordan Rouser just took a slap shot to the head, and he is out cold on the ice. Oh, my. I mean, he took a full slap shot from Trent Edwards right to the side of his head, and I think he was out cold before he hit the ice.
You know, that's a great play, a great hockey play to sacrifice your body in order to block a shot. But, you know, you hope that guy doesn't take it where he took it, and we just hope he's okay because he did sell out to block that shot. Unfortunately, he went head first instead of body first.
I mean, very rarely will you see a play like that. The puck took a really odd angle off the stick of Edwards and went straight up into the temple.
I think the defenseman's stick might have gotten it before, but, you know, it deflected straight up into the temple.
Rouser is moving along his head a little bit and his legs down on the ice. He looks to be all right. They're going to turn him over on his back as the athletic trainer from the University of Colorado bench will come out and have a chat with him. He looks to be all right, is moving his arms, as you can kind of see on your video monitor at home. But, again, Rouser just, I mean, that's a freak play right there. I don't think I've ever seen that type of a play.
Yeah, you don't often see pucks go off the head, and, you know, thankfully he is wearing that cage that is required here in the WCHL. But you just hope that he's okay because those pucks are a lot harder than people believe. I've been watching hockey my whole life, and I often forget how hard a hockey puck is. And that puck was smoked by the defenseman there on Colorado who was taking a slapper from the point.
And that's why you wear the helmets. I mean, a lot of times you forget that although you're wearing a helmet, this is a really rough game. I mean, the helmet's a precaution, of course. It's mandatory, but, I mean, it still isn't going to – I mean, it's not concrete. These things are made out of plastic.
And saying that Craig McTavish just about 20 years ago wasn't wearing a helmet in the NHL.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're live in Boulder, Colorado. Rouser's going to get up on his own power and skate off. He's a little bit woozy, but he appears to be all right. We'll see if we can get an injury update for you during the intermission. We are just underway here, though, in Boulder. 17-16 remaining in our scoreless first period. Joe Paris alongside Jake Shapiro here from the University of Colorado Rec Center. Ryan Dooley will help Rouser off, and he'll go with the Colorado athletic trainer into the locker room and get a look. Hopefully he's all right. You're assuming he probably has a concussion from that one.
Yeah, it did not look pretty. Let's put it that way, and let's move on to the hockey. I think that's what we're all here for. Unfortunately, injuries happen, but I think University of Central Oklahoma down a defenseman will be looking to not be disadvantaged by the altitude here in Boulder.
And their second day here at altitude. Again, they played up in Fort Collins, Colorado against Colorado State last night. They came away with a victory. John Dora will try to flip it from his own zone out to neutral ice to Elliot Palanchik. Palanchik, who played his former team last night, comes in as a shot goes high from Michael Rivera. That was a dangerous play. To the corner it goes again. Ryan Dooley against the boards will meet up with Trent Edwards. Pinch behind to John Dora. Dora will backhand it across for Palanchik. He'll chip it forward, and chasing after it will be Trevor LeBlanc and David Coleman. Comes all the way down to the goaltender, Alex Henry, and he'll jump on top of it and hang on for the faceoff.
A lot of play to our left here in the University of Central Oklahoma zone early. Colorado's getting pucks in and keeping them in. Colorado's getting pucks out of their zone and putting them in the University of Central Oklahoma zone, and that's an important point, and Colorado just needs to get more pucks on the net.
Wigton will grab it through the high slot, taken away from him, and gloved down by Gavin Hull. Played down to Matt Hefter, the defenseman who had a great game last night. Sends it in deep. Henry will come out of his crease to play that one. Loses his footing as he goes back to his crease. Out to the neutral zone for Tempe. He'll slam it right back in. Buffs offside, so Bradford and Doyle will both clear. Chris Doyle getting his second game in a row here tonight. His brother standing behind me watching. Played off the front of the boards of Gavin Hull. Out to neutral ice. It'll be jammed in by Landon Robin. In deep, Champagne comes out of his net to play it. The referee will blow his whistle.
I believe
they're
offsides.
Yeah, they're offsides.
You see a lot of guys finishing their checks here early, and maybe a little bit later in the game, someone will take advantage of a guy out of position trying to finish their checks. I already saw University of Central Oklahoma there try to get the puck in the zone off of a Colorado defenseman that tried to finish his check rather than went for the puck.
Number one line out there for head coach Eric Ballard. Talked with Coach Ballard this morning, and he said he was pretty happy with his team's performance through 58 minutes of hockey last night. A slow 2-minute start in the first period. It wasn't a promising start, but the Buffs only got better throughout last night's game. Played through the neutral zone to Luke Carter. He'll miss it. Back the other way comes Brandon Harley. Harley will chase down Hefter as he'll slide down into the boards. 15:38 remaining in our opening period of play. Scoreless in Boulder. Against the boards, Bauer will push up alongside Luke Carter, who will try to flip it out, but it'll be kept in by Trad Rorda. Battle of bodies alongside the boards. Bauer will take a nasty shoulder there from Matai Jamef. Hefter, though, will corral deep in his own zone, and he'll survey up the ice. He hits Bauer on the fly. Chip forward. Anders will go after it. Taken away, though, by Josh Wyatt. This one will be sent in behind the net of Champagne, and Chad Rorda didn't hit anyone on the way, so this will go for an icing call.
Very aggressive there by University of Central Oklahoma. Rorda keeps the puck in, and all of a sudden 4 Oklahoma players are there on the puck trying to win the board battle. We've seen that so far through the neutral zone. Very aggressive play from both teams, not sitting back in a trap.
Nitchin out to take the draw for Colorado. He was almost perfect last night in the face-off circle. He's been a little bit frustrated. He's not getting the points that he was getting last year. He came in at semester for Colorado to play in the spring half of the year. As the Broncos will ice the puck again, but I mean, he's doing the little things. He's doing the team things. He's winning face-offs, and it is a stat, and I know he wants to be scoring goals, but the goals will come.
Like I said earlier, if you're winning face-offs, you're getting the puck on your team's sticks, and your team's sticks is where you want them to shoot it, and all of a sudden you're scoring goals off of that. So very important for him to keep winning face-offs for his team, and the goal production will come as the face-offs have come for him.
Out to Adams. He'll take a shot from the blue line, deflected in front. A good save, though, by Alex Henry. To the top of the slot. It'll be backhanded away by Formosa. Adams, though, will take it from center ice. Backhands it again. Skating back, it will be Rorda. Tries to hit guy on the fly. Bounces forward, though, the other way to Andrei Novikov. Novikov from the circle takes a shot, and a glove save by Colin Champagne.
That didn't look like it was going on net there, Joe.
He grabbed it, though. He'll take it.
You'd rather a face-off in your own zone, I guess, than the puck rattling around the boards.
You don't know where it's going to go if it rattles around the board. Champagne, he's going to keep it in his glove and hang on. 14:31 remaining in our first period of play. Some good back-and-forth action. Adams will backhand it against the glass. Will be gloved down by Meyer. In deep it goes again. Champagne wanted to play it, but Mick Bruce will take it instead. Coleman can't quite control it. Slash that again. Here comes George Gruber, the 7th. Gruber will play it in front of his bench. Glove down and play that right at the blue line. The whole bench for the Broncos stands up to cheer them on. And a breakaway back the other way. It's going to be Dooley who's in, and he scores. Dan Roth who scores. He was waiting for it at the blue line. He broke in behind the defense, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, while Colorado was trying to get the puck in the neutral zone there, they turned over the puck at the blue line on their opposing team's blue line. You cannot do that if you're Colorado. And all of a sudden a quick up for the defense, and number 19 for Central Oklahoma, Dan Roth, was behind the defenseman because Colorado was trying to break into the Central Oklahoma zone. Crucial turnover. You cannot have neutral zone turnovers.
So 1-0 Broncos. I mean, a really funky play, honestly. I mean, it was a freak play, I'd say. I mean, it just kind of developed that quickly.
Right, and Central Oklahoma's playing very aggressive in the neutral zone, so they had that guy, Dan Roth, sitting up on the blue line while they were trying to stop the puck from entering their own zone.
So 1-0 Oklahoma. Central Oklahoma leads. 13:41 remaining here in our first period of play. And it looks like it's going to be another goal for the Broncos in front. Wow, waiting for it on the doorstep was Ryan Dooley, and it's 2-0 just like that.
A great passing play from Riviera and Wyatt. Tic-tac-toe. They go 5-hole on the goaltender, Champagne, and a very good play in the Colorado zone by Central Oklahoma. Keep moving the puck, keep passing, and Colorado looks, behind, and all of a sudden the puck's in the back of their net.
2-0 Broncos lead just like that. I mean, it was 50-50 hockey for the first 6 minutes of this game, and all of a sudden, 2 quick ones for the Broncos. So Ryan Dooley will respond about a minute after Donnie Danroth, and all of a sudden the Buffs in a big hole.
We'll see if Central Oklahoma stays aggressive here. The 2-goal lead is one of the most dangerous leads in the sport of hockey.
Out to the blue line. Hefter will keep it in momentarily before it jumped out of his stick, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 now for the Broncos. Over the line comes Daughtry. He'll send another one, and they run Champagne. And the net will be dislodged. Brandon Harley slid into the post, so we'll have a face-off staying here in the zone.
A strong left pad save from Champagne. Puck bouncing on him with guys barreling in on him, and he's able to hold his ground and make a tough save after he let the past 2 shots go in. A tough save for a goaltender whose confidence might be a little bit rattled here.
And we're going to get a Colorado penalty to Alex Temby behind the play, so now it'll be the Broncos that'll go on the first power play of the afternoon, and boy, if they add one here, that'll really put the hurt on.
Yeah, he hooked the Central Oklahoma forward as he was coming in on that 2-on-1.
Rivera out at the blue line will pinch forward to Danroth. Play to the far side will be controlled by Formosa. Formosa will go back and forth alongside the boards. Trying to hit a cross-ice pass was Formosa, and that'll be Anders and Bauer here shorthanded. Bauer tried to handle around the defenseman Wyatt, but Wyatt stood in front of him. Back the other way comes Formosa. He'll take a check from Bauer, but will leave the puck to the boards. Novikov will take it. Out to the blue line to Wyatt. Wyatt and Novikov will go back and forth. Puck loose through the slot. Backhanded away by Bruce and will come down the length of the ice.
If you're John Nitch and that puck's got to get in deep, I know you want to make a move and put your team back on the board, but you just saw a neutral zone turnover result in a goal for Central Oklahoma. You can't have neutral zone turnovers, especially on the penalty kill.
A minute 10 remaining on the power play for Central Oklahoma. 12-17 remaining here in our first period of play. Out comes Rivera. Down to Dooley. In down low. Buffs will poke at it, and Dora will send it down the length of the ice. So good job there by John Dora to clear it back-to-back plays. Central Oklahoma leads 2-0, still on the power play for another 44 seconds. Sam Rice will burst into the blue line. He'll dangle around Edwards before looking for a pass. He'll exchange out to the blue line to Meyer. Meyer will come back to the right side to Robin. Robin will go right back to Meyer. One-timer from the outside from Rice is deflected off in front, and Dora again will clear down the length of the ice. 26 seconds remain on the power play.
Nice shot block by Dora. Contains the puck after the block and gets the puck out of the zone.
This one will come down all the way the length of the ice. Looked like Hull got a piece of it, so no icing on the play. Play back out through the neutral zone to Meyer. Meyer will be chased down by R.J. Salvato. 10 seconds remain on the power play. 11-19 remaining in our first period of play from Boulder. 2-0. 2 goals in about a minute for the Broncos. Julie, he was standing there on the doorstep for that second one, and Champagne really didn't have a chance.
You see Colorado on this penalty kill is clearing out the front of the net, and they're going to be wary of the front of the net, I think, the rest of the game after that easy 5-hole goal for Central Oklahoma.
Back to even strength with 10:55 remaining in the first period of play. Buffs are deep down on the Oklahoma defensive zone. Salvato working in the trenches, taken away from him to Novikov. From the outside, Adams will send a shot deflected straight up into the air, into the netting and out of play.
Good to see here, number 27 for Central Oklahoma, Jordan Rouser, who earlier took that shot block off the head. He comes back onto the bench. Surprising. I did not think we were going to see him again. I don't know if he's going to play or if he's just grabbing some stuff, but it looks like he is going to play because he just grabbed his stick and he's standing up looking at the ice. So good to see him for the Central Oklahoma Broncos.
Yeah, you never know if a head, shot to the head like that, if they're going to be all right or not. But, he was cleared by the athletic trainer, so good to see him back on the bench.
It certainly looked ugly.
10:29 remaining here in the first period of play. Thank you for joining us. A full day of athletics at the University of Colorado. Of course, hockey on the ice right now. Football plays at 7, and Jake, I think basketball starts off here in about 30 minutes.
Yep, Colorado basketball takes on the number 7 Iowa State Cyclones to open up their season tonight.
And we'll have some updates for you as that game progresses, and as do ours. Hefter will take a shot. Advances out to George Gruber, though, who will poke at it. It'll bounce through the neutral zone before it'll be brought over the line off sides by Daughtry. He's not happy with the call, but face-off will come out to the neutral zone either way.
A late hit by Hefter on the Central Oklahoma forward. I think the only player on the ice that took offense to that was the forward. Now Hefter's getting up in his face, but I don't think Hefter heard the whistle, and he was a little disappointed that number 23, Jake Dowtry, took offense to his late hit because he did not hear the whistle. And it looks like Dowtry's getting unsportsmanlike conduct now because he did get back up in Hefter's face after the play was over.
So they'll both go to the box. We'll skate 4-on-4, and if you thought the hockey was fast 5-on-5, well, I'm assuming we're going to go 4-on-4. They could be matching minors, in which case we would go 5-on-5. If it's 4-on-4, the ice is going to open up big time. I only see 4 skaters out there for the Broncos and 4 for the Buffalo, so that would indicate we'll have 4-on-4.
Why is this face-off coming in the Colorado zone? It was an offsides play.
Well, maybe on the penalty. That's a good question, actually. I think the referee's trying to figure it out. Either way, though, 2-0 Broncos, and if you're the Buffaloes, Jake, what do you got to do to get back into this?
You got to do the little things, Joe. It's all about the little things in hockey, and you've seen Colorado be superior in the dot so far, but I think you need to just start putting pucks on the net. They've had some time in the zone, but they've mostly kept it on the half boards. They haven't been able to get the puck towards the Central Oklahoma net, and I think they got to continue to just start throwing pucks on the net, and they haven't really done that early in this game.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes with half the first period gone. Rivera will send it in against the glass. Finessed through by Wyatt, picked off, though, by Dora. Dora to the corner to Edwards. Edwards will bounce it off the boards to Bradford. Bradford will try to advance it out to the zone, but boy, he'll take a shot there from Josh Wyatt. And curiously enough, it's the Broncos that are stepping up the physical play. Usually you'll see the team that's losing by 2 goals to start going for the physical play, but quite the contrary here. A bad collision behind the play. It's going to be a 3-on-2 for Colorado if they hurry. Bradford at the top of the circle will wait for it. Plays it off the skate of Turner. Bounced off in front to Wigton. He'll skate over the side of it. As Turner will take it in behind. He'll take a shove from Bradford. Picked off by Wigton. He'll look for a pass. Looks across the ice to the defenseman Edwards. Tries to sling it across, but Hull's leg got in the way. Bradford in front. Can't quite get a piece of that one. Oh boy, he was open in the slot. Cycle down low to Wigton again. He'll flip it over towards Edwards, and it'll come out all the way down back the length of the ice.
Colorado trying to be a little bit too cute there on that 3-on-2. Instead of just taking the puck to the net with the center lane drive, they tried to pass to the third man and weren't able to get the puck towards the net. So if you're Colorado, you're down 2 goals here early in the first period. You got to start just putting pucks on the net, and they're still trying to be a little bit too cute.
40 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. Bauer will try to advance it through the neutral zone. He's ridden out the puck by Dooley. Dooley will gather from his own blue line. He'll look up the ice and try to hit Roarder on the fly. Got a piece of Roarder stick, but Matt Adams there to break up the play for Colorado. Backhanded against the boards now to Anders. Anders will touch it forward now to Bauer. Bauer lost side of the puck as it's taken over again by the Broncos, who have been relentless on the defensive end. It's Trevor LeBlanc over the line to Roarder. Roarder will center one in front, and it goes to the backside, and they score. I'm not sure who got a piece of that one. Roarder sent it in front, and it hit something. And it's 3-0 Broncos.
Yeah, a nice passing play. I'm not sure that was meant to be a shot, but Roarder actually tips the puck in from about the dash mark there on the middle in the slot off of a pass, and very tough play for Champagne. Really nothing you can do. A great passing play, a great tip from Central Oklahoma, and all of a sudden they're up 3 goals here in the first period, and Colorado's 5-win streak here is in jeopardy. A surprising turn of events for Colorado. I didn't expect them to be down this much this early in this hockey game.
Well, I thought this was going to be a 50-50 game all the way through, as Jarman will send one just wide. Salvato will gather it out to the blue line to Edwards. It goes through some traffic, blocked it away by Henry again, who, he hasn't been too tested, but he's been up to the challenge on every single shot so far. Jora with a shot from the outside goes wide again. Colorado hasn't gotten really any sustained offense. Edwards will flip it forward. Salvato will battle along the boards. You see Colorado showing a little bit of life here. Mitchell will give her back to Salvato. Sends one through some traffic. It'll bounce to the corner again. I hate to say it, but at what point do you pull Champagne from this game? 3 goals on really, 10, 11 shots? It's not good.
Yeah, if he lets up another one here in the first, I think he's coming out. But I think the bigger story here for Colorado is that it's been pretty much 50-50 to play back and forth. Central Oklahoma, by any means, is not dominating this game, and they've just put more pucks towards the net. They've gotten a few bounces. They got a breakaway, and the pucks are going in for them right now, whereas Colorado's mostly contained to the sideboards and the corners so far in the Central Oklahoma zone.
7:14 remaining in our first period of play. Central Oklahoma all over Colorado here early in the first. Buffs looking to see if they can add one here. I mean, going into the locker room down 2 is a lot different than being down 3, but again, here comes Formosa for the Broncos. Shot on net, saved by Champagne. Juicy rebound outside, taken by Coleman. Puck will be kept in at the last second by Danroth again. Played in front, and that one hit the post and went straight down. Oh boy, that was inches away from being 4-0. Champagne tapping the post to thank him.
I thought that puck went in, Joe.
It might have gotten a little bit of the inside of that crossbar, but here comes Danroth again. Danroth looks to the left side, shot steered away by Champagne. Coleman will go after it, and all of a sudden Colorado's dancing around in their own zone. Again, here comes Coleman.
Again, a problem because Colorado couldn't get the puck out of their own zone or into the zone.
And that's a terrible call by the referee. He lost sight of the puck. I think he assumed Henry was on top of it, but Palanchik was right there and put it in the back of the net, but the referee had already played the play dead.
Tough call. Referees are instructed as soon as they don't see the puck anymore to call it dead, and that's what he did. And unfortunately for Colorado, they just lost a goal off of that play. But going back to my point, Colorado's got to get the pucks out of the blue lines and into the blue lines, and they've had trouble with that so far in this game, and it's cost them a few good chances going back towards Central Oklahoma's way.
Doyle in down low. He'll be pushed off the puck by Matai Jameth. Played in front. Wigton will get a shot on net, goes just wide. Doyle will look across, finds Bradford down low. Playing out though to Harley. Harley will advance it forward to Daughtry. He'll push it in deep. Adams will go after it. Daughtry right on his tail. The Broncos, I mean, they're all over the ice, Jake. They're flying.
Yeah, and Colorado's getting physical here. I think they're a little bit frustrated as well.
I think they're a lot a bit frustrated.
And here comes a delayed penalty for Colorado. Roughing, cross-check actually is going to be the call. But a nice pass by Doyle there in the offensive zone for Colorado to set up a chance in the slot. Unfortunately, no one was able to get a stick on it for Colorado. Maybe they'll go to work on those behind-the-net plays because they have been kind of contained to there, but a huge penalty kill coming for Colorado because you said it's a lot different being down 3-2 going to the locker room. Being down 3-4 is even a bigger difference, I believe. So Colorado needs this penalty kill right now to stay in this game.
0 for 1 on the afternoon are the Broncos on the power play. 5:39 remaining in the first period. Carter on the forecheck will break it up and send it in. Anders will chase after it. Played to Sam Rice. Rice will backhand it along the boards to Meyer. Meyer will look up the ice and push it forward again to Robin. On the far side, it's Rice. Rice at the circle will try to handle around Dora. Dora just got enough of that one to break it up free. Out to the blue line it goes. Kept in, though, by the Broncos. Played off the back of Anders' skate, and it'll come out to center ice to Gavin Hall. Minute 22 remaining on the power play for Central Oklahoma. 5:06 remaining in our first period. That's been all Broncos. Rice will skate it in. Plays it out to the boards to deflect off of a stick and come all the way down. The Buffs will go off for a change. Jake Bauer will chase after Cyril Meyer. Meyer will play it off the boards to himself. Kind of misplayed it, but right there with him is Formosa.
Colorado's done a good job here so far in the penalty kill. I believe they only have one shot so far, Central Oklahoma, on the power plays, both power plays combined. Colorado getting the pucks out, blocking a lot of shots on the penalty kill in their own zone.
Played out to the blue line where it'll be sticked down by Formosa, broken up by George Gruber. Rivera will skate past Gruber.
Delayed penalty coming here in Colorado.
I think we're going to get, we're going to get a roughing call.
Interference maybe.
Well, it looks like it's going to be against Brandon Formosa. Yeah. So we'll be 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. I think Formosa might get a rough.
A lot of action taking place behind the play. Colorado, as I mentioned earlier, was finishing a lot of their checks. Earlier in the power play, you saw Anders take a late hit on one of the defensemen for Oklahoma. And right there, same situation happens with number 15 Bauer for Colorado. Tries to take a late hit. This time, Central Oklahoma is the one retaliating.
So we'll go 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds, and then Colorado will go on their first power play out of the afternoon. On the first 4-on-4 circumstances we had this afternoon, Central Oklahoma scored a goal. Tempe will take a shot from the outside, a save by Alex Henry. To the boards it goes to Anders. Anders will look across again for Tempe, who will take another shot, another save by Henry.
Real bad change there for Central Oklahoma, leads to those two Tempe shots.
Against the boards to Hefter. Now to Anders to Bauer. Back out to Anders from straight away. He'll cycle back to Hefter at the top of the circle. He'll take a huge slap shot and a glove save by Henry. Another shot from the side was Anders. Now is off the mark as 4-on-4 has expired, and Colorado now on their first power play of the afternoon, but it's Ryan Dooley who will bring it into the zone. Left off in the slot, and here comes Colorado again. Salvato from Hefter. Over the line it goes. He'll play to the corner. Bauer will chase after it. Well, he'll meet up alongside Zach Turner, who he'll give a big check against the boards to. Anders lost it at his feet. Will now play it against the boards. Goes through two defensemen now to Hefter, who was trying to line up a one-timer. Puck just slid past him. Anders on the drop pass will come through the slot. Takes a shot. Saved by Henry. It goes backwards, and that one looked like it might have gone over the net. The scoreboard announcer in the box has decided to goal, but I haven't seen it pointed on by the referee. And I think, yeah, they'll give it to Colorado, a power play goal. And that's huge.
Nobody signaled a goal yet.
I haven't seen the referee signal a goal or not. He hasn't called it off or signaled a goal, but that goal is up on the board about as quick as I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I was just about to say it's going to be tough for Colorado to score on the power play with nobody sitting in front of the net, but just a straight shot and a misplay by their goaltender, Alex Henry. Really no one in front, no tip play, just a shot that beats him.
So some life for Colorado with 3:10 remaining here in the first period of play. I don't know who is going to get credit for that goal. We'll listen to the PA announcer here momentarily. But the Colorado Buffaloes will get a power play goal to cut this lead to 2. 3 minutes remaining in the first. Boy, that is huge. Did you see who might have got the last piece of that one?
I think Anders might have shot that puck, but I'm not completely sure.
We'll give it to Anders for now. We'll update that during the period, or during the intermission. Speed's picking up down on ice level. It'll be flipped high in the air. Bounce over to Champagne. He'll come out of his net to lay it off in behind for Mick Bruce with 2:32 remaining in the first period of play.
Colorado looking to get something set up here. Central Oklahoma's forecheck really, really aggressive. They have 3 guys in the Colorado zone, while Colorado's just behind the net looking for a breakout.
David Coleman on the forecheck will break it up. Going after it will be Trevor LeBlanc. LeBlanc will take it from Coleman. Played off of Gruber's skate. Went in deep on Henry. But played out to the neutral zone by the Broncos. Misplayed by Adams. Coming after it will be Danroth.
Colorado, the last 3 or 4 minutes here, has really simplified their game, trying to get pucks to the net on the power play. Nothing special, nothing cute, just trying to get pucks towards the net.
LeBlanc will skate back into his own zone, chased down by Gruber. Gruber will take the puck from him as LeBlanc will hit the ice. Flipped out towards the blue line. Dorr will have to take it into the neutral zone as the puck took a funky hop. Taken away from him, though. Here comes the Oklahoma Broncos again. It's Novikov in down low. He'll kick it to himself away from Polanchik. Against the boards to Gruber it goes. Gruber will hit Coleman on the fly. Sends it in. After it comes Polanchik. Henry will come out of his net to play it. Reverses direction as Bradford will line up a man against the boards. A big check there from Andrew Bradford on Jake Daughtry.
Could have been the biggest check of the game so far.
He squared him up. That's taking the body. In down low is Bradford. Played away, though, by the Broncos. Coleman has it against the boards. A huge check along the outside by Zach Turner. Boy, he staple gunned Polanchik to the boards on that one.
The penalties have not deterred these guys from making big hits.
Daughtry in deep. He'll slam himself into the boards. Loses the puck in behind. Colorado will come after it. Dorr will play it off the glass. It'll be kept in, though, at the point by Hodder. Broken up by Bradford. He'll poke it past. Hodder, though, will skate back into his own zone. He'll come across the ice to Turner. Misplayed by Zach Turner. Bradford will get it into the zone. Wigton will come after it. He's got Doyle in front waiting for him. Centers it in front to Doyle. Was broken up, though, on the way through. 30 seconds remaining here in the period. Wigton from the circles takes a shot on net, and an easy save from Henry. He'll hang on, and we've got some pushing and shoving there after the play.
A bad slash from Hodder, Central Oklahoma, and some bad blood right now between Harley and one of the Colorado forwards. The defenseman for Colorado smartly not coming past the dots, trying to get this puck to the face-off to stay in the Central Oklahoma zone with 23 seconds here left in the period. Maybe Colorado can get something going because all of a sudden the last 3 or 4 minutes Colorado's getting pucks towards the Central Oklahoma net. So maybe they'll get one more chance at a goal before the end of the first period.
23 seconds remaining here in the first period. It was all Broncos for the most of the part in this period, but Buffaloes have fought back. And boy, they need to. Played it back in front. Henry will make a save. Puck still loose and top. I don't know where the puck is. I think Henry might be on top of it, and he'll stay on top for the save.
Yeah, that shot from number 20 at Colorado, Chris Doyle, actually went off the post, and they had to freeze it on the side of the net. Interesting strategy from Central Oklahoma. They sent a defender into the net behind their own goalie.
22 seconds remaining in our opening period. Out to the point, Tempe will send one through some traffic, picking up by Chad Rorta. Rorta will play it over. Doyle, though, does a good job to glove it down to himself. Out to Wigton through the slot. It slides. Taken over, though, by LeBlanc. LeBlanc will send it down the length of the ice. Tempe will slash at it across the boards, and the referee will blow his whistle. I think we've got a penalty on Central Oklahoma. It looks like LeBlanc's going to go to the box with 6.1 seconds remaining in the first period. So Colorado will get their second power play of the afternoon. They're 1 for 1 so far. Obviously, if they don't score in 6.1 seconds, they'll start the second stanza with the power play, which is huge. I mean, you can go to the locker room, you can draw something up.
LeBlanc is called for a slash. This faceoff, which is huge, is also coming back into the Central Oklahoma zone. So Colorado's going to have a shot here at the net. Actually, this slash is going to be a double minor, so 4-minute penalty, and Colorado will have fresh ice going into their power play in the start of the second period. Colorado wins this faceoff and will get a shot quickly on the net, but misses, and Henry's going to be able to freeze the puck.
So 1 second remaining, and the way the double minors work is if Colorado scores before the initial first 2 minutes are up, they still get the other 2 minutes during the power play as well. So Colorado here will have a huge opportunity with 1 second remaining here. You assume they're not going to score, but will go into the locker room knowing they've got a lot of power play time to start the second period of play. So all things said and done, there was some damage to Colorado, but things are looking all right.
Yeah, they'll have 3 minutes and 54 seconds of power play time going into the second period. Not the best 20 minutes for Colorado, but they're still in this game, which is important because it looked for a second like they might not be in this game entering the second period. And what'll be interesting to see is if Colorado does make a goaltending change, because Central Oklahoma has not had many shots on net and has scored 3 goals. But Colorado will have a chance here to keep themselves in the game and maybe score a goal to start the second period, and that would be huge to, maybe they'll even score 2 on this power play, get themselves back in the game, and this will be a huge power play as we start the second period.
Alongside Jake Shapiro, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll have the second period of action for you in about 20 minutes here on livestream.com. You're tuned to University of Colorado Hockey, sponsored by Radio 1190. Broncos lead the Buffaloes 3-1 after 1. Colorado set to have 3 minutes and 54 seconds on the power play to start the second period. Don't go anywhere. Second period coming up after this. All right, welcome back to Boulder, Colorado. 3-1 after 1 period of play. Jake, what are we looking at going into the second period?
Colin Champagne is back in net for Colorado after having a tough start. Let up 3 goals on about 12 shots. He has a 1.49 goals against average on the year and 946 save percentage, so out of character for him. So I'd expect a big second and third periods from him. And, of course, Colorado has 3 minutes and 54 seconds of power play time to start on fresh ice here in the second period. So key for Colorado to get the offense rolling, because Colin Champagne is out for blood here in net.
Teams will swap side per tradition in hockey. Buffs again, though, will start the power play. 3:54. I mean, a long one to get going here in the second. And now I can only, this is pure conjecture, but I saw the captains go into the coach's office during that intermission, and they had a sit down with Eric Ballard. I don't know what they talked about behind the closed door, but all of them are out there on the ice right now, and that they want to try and get back into this one. And they can. If there was a team that was going to hit their stride and come back from a big deficit, it would be Colorado. They have so much talent on this team, and the truth is, Jake, I don't really think they've totally gelled the way that they should be. I don't think they're really hitting their stride, which, it's frustrating to watch, but at the same time, you don't want to peak in November.
Sometimes when you get a lot of talented players, they defer to other talented players, and Colorado was playing their best hockey the first period when they were just doing the simple things and getting the puck in the zone, dumping it or carrying it, and then getting the pucks onto the net.
There's a term that I learned growing up in broadcasting in junior hockey, and it was always keep it simple. It was always simple Sundays was the third game of the weekend set, and I know it's Friday, but it's time for some simple Sunday hockey here today. Play deep into the corner. Meyer will send this one all the way down the length of the ice. 3 minutes remaining on the double minor penalty to Trevor LeBlanc. It was a high stick, or I can't remember what it was.
It was a slash.
A slash. So we got a double minor, so that means someone was bleeding, actually. As Alex Tempe will have his stick taken out of his hands. It'll be sent down the length of the ice again by the Broncos.
About a minute of power play time gone here in the second period, and Colorado's had a lot of trouble getting the puck into the zone. Again, now Central Oklahoma's going to dump the puck back around, and Colorado's going to have to regroup.
Just underway in the second period of play. Thank you for joining us. Alongside Jake Shapiro, I'm Joe Paris. Picked off in the neutral zone by Robin. He'll walk in on Temby. Flips it around Temby, behind Tomnichin. Robin eating up some valuable power play time against Colorado. 2:18 remaining on the 5-on-4 advantage for the Buffs. Nitchin will look to head up the other way. Here's RJ Salvato. Salvato will bring it over the line. He'll look across. He's got nobody with him, so he'll have to go down to the corner to Nitchin. Nitchin back to Salvato on the near side boards. He'll look out to Hefter. Kicks it to himself, loses control of it, and it'll be chipped up the ice again.
This is exactly what you didn't need if you were Colorado. They're absolutely doing nothing so far in this power play.
Salvato will come through the neutral zone. He'll chip down low again. Alex Henry will come out of his net to wrap it around the boards and comes all the way out to neutral ice again. 1:45 remaining on the power play. Frustrated start for Colorado. They have nothing doing here in the zone. Finally, Nitchin will drop one to Salvato at the high slot. Kicked away from him to the boards it goes again. Knocked away by Bruce. Salvato dove in front of it, or else Michael Rivera would have had a shorthanded breakaway. Drummond will shuffle it forward. To the blue line it goes. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Here's the captain, Rivera. He'll drop it for Wyatt. He'll send a shot, and they score. A shorthanded goal for Josh Wyatt. A simple pass from Rivera slid it over. And Champagne now looks up at the scoreboard as it's 4-1 Central Oklahoma, a shorthanded goal.
Well, Central Oklahoma spent more time on that penalty kill in Colorado zone than Colorado did in Central Oklahoma zone. And just a simple little one-timer play on a 2-on-2 rush. And if you can shoot like that, you're going to have a lot of success for the Broncos. And they're able to score there, and it's all of a sudden 4-1, and Colorado is not looking good in this hockey game. They're in a tough spot. They really need something to go right for them with about 1:10 left on this power play.
Anders will bring it in over the circle. Breaks it on the goaltender. Backhand taken away from him. Still 1:06 remaining on the power play for the Buffaloes. Again, a shorthanded goal. Rivera passing to Wyatt. That'll make it 4-1. Buffs looking for answers. And Jake, again, what do you got to do here? I mean, and there's a goal, actually. That's what you got to do. Jake Bauer, and now we got some pushing and shoving after the play. And here we go. We got some exchanges going on. And this is the frustration finally boiling over for Colorado.
Harley in the middle of that for the Central Oklahoma Broncos. Second time in a row Harley has been involved with that, a scrum after the whistle. But I'm actually not sure how that puck went in for Colorado. They just threw the puck towards the net, and all of a sudden it was in the back of the net. And we're going to look like we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey coming out after this, whatever is decided here is decided. A lot of confusion between the goal and the celebration and a little conflict after the whistle. The refs now discussing it with two players, one from each side.
That was again, both Colorado goals are just odd goals in tight.
Well, if you're Colorado, you got to learn something from that. And what you got to learn is every time Colorado's taken the puck straight towards the net or gotten the puck in deep and then put the puck towards the net, they've had success in this game. When they're dancing around the blue line, they have had trouble, and it has led to Central Oklahoma shots and goals.
A power play goal, though, for Colorado. They're 2 for 2 on the power play here tonight. And boy, that's frustrating, that shorthanded goal, because this could have been a one-goal game.
And now some open ice 4-on-4 again for Colorado, and we've seen Colorado's had their best success of the night when Oklahoma has only had 4 guys out on the ice. So maybe Colorado can take advantage of some open ice here again after they had some success on the power play, albeit some misfortune too, allowing a shorthanded goal, but they ultimately did get a goal, and they're down 2 again, but they need another goal here in the second period.
Right off the face-off, Drummond will bring it in. He'll take a shot, goes just high above the crossbar. I'm not sure who they're going to give the credit to the goal for, so we'll keep our ears open for that one. Played in behind. Champagne will misfire to the corner. Will go to Josh Wyatt. 4-2 game. Anders is off, and so is Meyer for the Broncos. 4-on-4 hockey. Referee's got his hand up. We've got a delayed penalty on Colorado. So it'll be 4-on-3. I think they're going to get Jarman. And so the Broncos will go on a rare 4-on-3 power play. It'll be their third power play of the afternoon as Jarman will take a seat, I believe, for slashing.
This is something we've been seeing a lot more often in the NHL this year in overtime because of the 3-on-3 play. They add a skater in overtime when there's a power play. Really interesting how teams set up, whether they go with 3 forwards or or 4 forwards in some cases. So be interesting kind of the diamond box setup that Central Oklahoma uses in Colorado's triangle to defend it.
So it'll be a 4-on-3 for a minute and 30 seconds, and then 20 seconds of 5-on-4. Play back across to Wyatt. Back on the back door. A quick pass in front. It's going to be a goal for the Broncos. It came off the stick of Formosa, and it's 5-2. A power play goal for the Broncos. Brandon Formosa got the last touch on that one. And now it's a 3-goal game again.
A nice pass from Danaroth going from side to side. Champagne had a lot of trouble there going from side to side. Really no one in front of the net for Colorado to stop that pass from going side to side or clear out the net. The referees are discussing.
Oh, they're calling it
waving
off.
off the goal.
No goal. All right. I don't know. Maybe he was in the crease.
That would be the only explanation because that looked completely fine to me.
I think he might have had a foot in the crease down low. That's the only explanation I can give you.
Referee's now giving that explanation towards the Central Oklahoma bench.
Coach McAllister standing on the Broncos bench, clearly not happy because honestly, Jake, that could have been the backbreaker. That could do it.
Right. All of a sudden, Colorado's confidence was shot, and they look again, and they have a chance to kill this penalty to kill this penalty, and if they can kill this penalty, all of a sudden they have some momentum brewing, and they're only down 2 goals.
Minute 23 remaining on a 4-on-3, and then again it'll be 20 seconds of 5-on-4. Walking the line is Sam Rice. He'll be chased down by Gruber. Misplayed across the hole. Shuffled in down low. It's Dooley who will try to play it away. Broncos looking to open up some space, and boy, they've got some good passing on the back door. Another shot, and it's taken away by Gruber at the last second. Robin looked like he had the whole 4x6 open on that way, but Gruber took it away. Glove down by Rice at the blue line. Gruber will poke at it. Stays in the zone again. It's going to be a 2-on-1 on Adams. On the back door, Adams with a great play there to get the stick down and break up the play. That would have been a sure opportunity. 50 seconds remaining on the 4-on-3.
And he clears the zone on that play. A solid play by the defenseman for Colorado to break up the pass on a 2-on-1.
Played across to Dooley. Dooley, who has a tally here tonight, will be wrapped up against the boards by Adams. Sent free now to Bradford. He slashed at it. Couldn't quite get a piece of it. Plays it forward to himself. He's going to have a 1-on-1 against Sam Rice. Bradford will stop up. He's got Bruce trailing the play. He hits Bruce there through the slot, and it just whiffed on the one-timer. Bradford, though, will skate to the puck and get it in deep. A good play there by Andrew Bradford. 17 seconds remaining on the 4-on-3 before we go to 5-on-4. Trying to break out of the zone. Now the Broncos taken away by Temby. The defenseman all the way deep in the zone. Sends one on net, and a save by Henry. It'll be forced to hang on and have a defensive zone face-off with 7 seconds remaining of 4-on-3.
Colorado's looking like they're going to be able to kill this 4-on-3 penalty, and a very good kill at that. They had a little bit of trouble early in it when that goal got waved off, but Colorado was able to stop a few good chances and break up a few good chances and get the pucks in deep into the Central Oklahoma zone, and that's something we're going to look forward to Colorado doing here on the 5-on-4, which they're about to start.
Broncos will bust out of the zone. Josh Wyatt will take it down, but Temby will take it from him and play it down the length of the ice. And boy, Alex Temby, he's having a game here tonight. Anders, fresh out of the box, will chase down with 15 seconds remaining on a 5-on-4 penalty against Colorado. Up the ice comes Rivera. He'll slide it past Matt Hefter, and Temby again will take it from the glass. Plays it around the boards where it's knocked down by Josh Wyatt. From the outside, it'll be blocked again by Temby. He'll send it down the length of the ice. Jarman, who had just come out of the box, thought about going for it. Instead, he goes to the bench. Temby will block it down again. Man, I know it said it a minute ago, but Alex Temby, he's having a hell of a game.
Yeah, he's blocked a few shots. He's blocked a few passes. He's getting pucks in deep. He's made a few good passes. He's all over the ice for the Buffs, and maybe he can spark the Buffs' offense, which has been pretty quiet, set for a few lucky bounces.
Spoke with Peter Arvanitis last night, the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, and he said that the last few times that his teams had played against Alex Temby, that Temby hadn't been able to play because of injuries, and he was nervous playing against him last night because he knows how talented he is, and even as a defenseman, he knows that, he's a good offensive player as well. In deep is Luke Carter. He'll take a shove off the backside of Matai Jamith to the corner. Anders has it jump over his stick, so Brandon Harley will send it down the length of the ice. Icing called off by the linesman Sterling Archer.
Great
down
name.
low. Sorry, it's Sterling Folden. Sterling Archer's the cartoon.
Yep.
Sterling Folden. Sterling Archer's on FX. Not on our channel. Bauer will take it through the neutral zone. Across to Anders. Anders tries to bust in. He'll head around the defender. Gets it through himself. He scores! Matt Anders! What a play! All the way down. He tried to carry it through the defenseman, and he did so successfully. And all of a sudden, it's a one-goal game. Matt Anders, his second point of the afternoon.
Alex Henry goes down early. He loses the puck in the defenseman's skates, as does Anders. But Matt Anders is able to get the puck, regain the puck, and throw it up high where Alex Henry had gone low. A great shot coming off of a little bit of confusion in the slot for Central Oklahoma.
All of a sudden, it's a one-goal game. Colorado's got some life. Boy, that disallowed goal about 4 minutes ago. That's huge, Jake. I mean, now a one-goal game it is. Against the boards to Meyer. Meyer pushes it in deep. Is this the game that Colorado will finally get it rolling? Novikov will play out to the blue line. Pushed in on net. Salvato got a piece of it. Now Bruce will take over and get it up to RJ. Here comes Thomas Jarman. Jarman busts into the zone. Tries to work around Turner. Turner just got enough of that one to slow down Jarman. They'll be wrapped up against the boards. Out to Adams. He'll sling it through some traffic. Henry will save it into the glass. Nitchin will glove it down. Jarman will go after it as well. Nitchin's got it in the corner. He'll cycle into RJ Salvato. Salvato in behind to Jarman. Jarman looks out to Bruce and said he'll dangle around a defenseman into Nitchin's stick. Nitchin sends one on net, blocked by the defenseman, Cyril Meyer.
Granted, a lot of the game so far in the second period hasn't been played 5-on-5, but not a lot of hitting so far in the second period.
Nitchin had it at his feet. Plays it to Salvato, and Palanchik, who's going to streak down, will have a one-on-one with Trevor LeBlanc. Palanchik will win the race to the puck as his line mates will jump onto the ice. Lofted all the way down. Temby will come after it. 12:22 remaining in our second period. Buffs fighting back here. They were down 3-0, and now it's 4-2.
4-3, Joe.
Excuse me, 4-3. 4-3. Your monitor at home is correct. The score bug on the bottom is correct. 4-3. Edwards will get it forward to Palanchik, now to Gruber. Gruber will backhand one across, and that one slid through the crease. Tempe coming in from the point will keep this one alive. Took an ugly bounce, though, and will back the other way now to Chad Rorta. Coleman will sling it in deep again. Henry will come out of his net, and he'll leave it there for Michael Rivera, the captain. He'll take a shoulder from Palanchik. In deep is Tempe. He'll get it free to Gruber. Jumped over his stick, so he'll have to cycle it in down low. Picked up by Rorta. Out to center ice, it'll come to Ryan Dooley. Dooley will center one. Back on the other side is Wyatt, and a misplayed opportunity, or else that could have spelled trouble.
Yeah, Tembe got caught off pinching there in the offensive zone. Nice play there from David Coleman to come back and lift the stick of the Central Oklahoma forward.
Play it out to David Coleman. Touch to Bradford, back to Coleman it goes. Coleman, one of the only players on this roster that was here on opening night 2 years ago when Colorado became a Division I program. A lot has changed since then. A lot of players have come and go. A lot of coaches have already come and go in 3 years. Buffs, though, looking good here in their third year in the ACHA D1. Wigton will spin around in the circle. Drops it to Hefter. Trying to hit Dora on the fly. Dora will just dump it in deep and take some contact behind the play. Referee's going to blow his whistle, and we're going to have offsides on Colorado.
Colorado's had a lot of success doing just that, though, dumping pucks in, and they've continued to do that in the second period here in the last about 5-6 minutes, and they've dumped and chased, and all of a sudden the play has started to focus towards the Buffs' offensive zone. So continue to dump and chase would be my recommendation for the Buffs, because they have had success doing that, and once again they're doing that right now. Again, Henry comes out of the net, and you want to get that goalie moving.
10:39 remaining in the second period of play. 4-3 is our score. Broncos lead the Buffaloes. Buffaloes in tight down low. Doyle will get taken down. Crowd wants a call. Not going to get one here as the puck will bounce to the far side. Andre Novikov will send it down the length of the ice. And, Jake, I'm sure you're noticing this too. It looks like the Broncos have a very clear formula here. They're going to send a streaker out to the opposing blue line and try to go for that long ice pass, which is converted twice already for them.
A lot of stretch passes here for Central Oklahoma, and when they don't convert, the puck gets in the corners of the Buffs' zone.
A good save by Champagne with the stick off the shot from Andre Novikov. Faceoff will stay here as Dora gets wrapped up after the play with Danny Danroth. Faceoff will stay here in the zone. 10:05 remaining in our second period. And, Jake, we've seen it all here tonight. Looks like we're going to have matching minors against John Dora and Brandon Formosa.
The refs really trying to take control of this game. There's a lot of physicality, in the first period, and we've noticed it slow down in the second because there were a lot of penalties called in the first and early on in the second, and another penalty called here because of a little roughing after the whistle.
A basketball update on opening night for Colorado. The number 7 ranked Iowa State Cyclones lead Colorado 9-5 in the first half of action. That game on ESPN. And tonight on ESPN as well, Colorado will take on the University of Southern California on the football field. Final home game of the year for the Buffaloes. But on the ice right now, Colorado is trailing by a single goal, and it was 3-0 early in the first. But things have changed since then. Since that point, Colorado's outscored them 3-1. Here comes Bauer. Bauer will send it around the defender, works in free, shot and a save by Henry. What a play, sliding to his right. He dislodged the net in doing so, but a great play by Alex Henry.
Sick move by Jake Bauer. Absolutely sick to get around the defender. Better save by Henry with the right kick pad there. A strong save. Bauer with a nice power forward move. Something that you would see out of a guy like Bobby Ryan in the NHL.
Anders is wrapped up deep in the corner alongside Michael Rivera. Rivera will poke it away from him. Bauer will take over. He'll look to hit Mick Bruce. Caught up in the leg of Josh Wyatt, and Wyatt will play it back into his own zone.
But once again, going back to that Bauer play, success because Colorado drives straight to the net.
4-on-4 for a minute 28. 9:30 remaining in our second period of play. Bauer looking for a long ice pass from Bruce. Just deflected at the last second. LeBlanc will take it for the Broncos. He'll send it across the ice. Shot saved by Champagne. And a rocket coming from the stick of Brandon Formosa. But a good save by Colin Champagne.
Holds his net, came out to cut off the angle. Nice save by Champagne, who has been not so good tonight.
Not his best effort. But the thing about Colin Champagne, and I've said this for the last 4 years, is that Champagne is such a competitive player that even if he's losing a game 4-0, he's playing it like it's 0-0. He might not be the most talented. He might be not the most talented, but he's the most competitive. And I hate to say it on the cliche, but he's got the most heart. I mean, you look at him, he's not the biggest guy either. He's not the fastest, but he's the most competitive, and he's got the will to win, and that's what you want from a goaltender.
5'11", 185-pound goaltender. And a freshman at that.
He's like a freshman and a half.
Yeah.
But he played here last year in the spring after transferring from Aurora University, NCAA D3. He played his junior hockey career with the Boulder Bison, about 10 minutes from here at Boulder Valley Ice. I'm glad to have him back here. Hefter will cycle it into the corner. Luke Carter, the Canadian, will go after it alongside George Gruber. Carter, who was the captain of the Toronto Patriots in the Ontario Junior Hockey League last year, has been a tremendous fit for this Colorado team. I mean, he's a hard-working guy. Ryan Dooley will take it for the Broncos. He'll handle around. Shot saved by Champagne. Goes to the corner again. Temby will meet up alongside Dooley. And Temby gave Dooley quite a shot down low. Gruber will take it. He'll look up the ice towards Luke Carter. Instead, he'll defer over to Alex Temby. Temby over the line. He'll take a shot. He'll deflect off of his stick and go into the netting and out of play.
With 10 seconds left of 4-on-4 play, this 4-on-4, Colorado, when they got the puck in the offensive zone, were moving a lot off of the excuse me, Joe, off of the play and behind the play. You saw Colorado's defensemen changing positions, looking for one-timers.
8:15 remaining in our second period of play. Some good back-and-forth action here in the third after the Buffs went down early. Puck will trickle all the way back to the Buffalo's blue line as Adams will play it against the boards. It'll bounce out to Formosa again as we are back to 5-on-5 play. This one will slide all the way down for the goaltender Champagne. And we're going to get a slashing call, I believe, on the Broncos.
Then why did the whistle blow when Champagne
maybe that was
played
Adams.
it?
That was going to be on Adams.
Yep.
So it'll be another power play for the Broncos.
Although they have not
3.
scored, they have looked very good on the power play.
They almost had one on the last chance, but it was called off due to a technicality. But this is this is big for Colorado. I don't think we've had 5-on-5 hockey for more than 4 or 5 minutes at a time this entire game.
Yeah, and Colorado has looked better whenever they have had less players on the ice, either for Central Oklahoma or Colorado. But Colorado needs this kill to keep themselves in the game, because to go back down 2 would be, I think, devastating.
7:50 remaining here in the second. Mick Bruce will send it down the length of the ice. Correction, sorry, that was Thomas Jarman that sent it down the length of the ice. Bruce is on the bench. Hard for him to do that from there. It'll be the Broncos that'll bring it through the neutral zone. Wyatt will gather. He'll receive a pass on the back door. Comes all the way down around. Look for a wraparound, who is cut off there by Dora. Played now to Jarman. Jarman looks like he's got a one-on-one. He tries to go through Wyatt, but Wyatt stood him up there in the neutral zone. I mean, that's the way you do it there. Josh Wyatt. Brought back again by Novikov. He'll drop back to Rivera. Rivera on the backside looking for a pass. Edwards got just enough of that one to slow it up. Formosa against the boards. Looks out to Wyatt. Instead, he'll go in down low. Spinning away with it is Dan Roth. Dan Roth, who had the inaugural goal in this contest back in the early going of the first period. In down low is Dan Roth again. He'll be pushed up against the boards by Jarman. Formosa. Back to their captain, Rivera. Rivera and Wyatt will go back and forth with 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Wyatt. Touch pass on the backside was fanned on. Played against the glass. Salvato will try to get up the ice. I think he wanted Jarman to skate with him. Instead, he'll send it all the way down as Henry will take it. The goaltender with a long ice pass. Oh, what a play here. Here's Ryan Dooley in on a low, and Tempe will slot and take the puck away from him. A shot on net, saved by Champagne. Bounces down again. Another shot, and saved by Champagne. And still loose and finally sent out of the zone by Colorado. What a play by Alex Tempe, getting back and breaking that play up.
The second save by Champagne got lost there. I think the first save was great, but the second save, the puck was still bouncing, and Champagne was able to kick out his right pad and made a solid save.
Cole will take a shot. It'll be blocked into the netting and out of play by Champagne with 3 ticks remaining on the power play. 6:04 remaining in the second period of play. 1-goal game. Exciting hockey here in Boulder, Colorado on Friday afternoon.
And another stretch pass for Central Oklahoma leads to a great chance for the Broncos. This time it comes from the goaltender, Henry. But Colorado's needs to find a way to stop these stretch passes because it's been Central Oklahoma's offensive game plan.
Another win for Colorado at the face-off X. It'll be Tempe that'll send it all the way down the length of the ice. We're back to even strength. This play, George Gruber will take it for Colorado on the forecheck. 5:52 remaining in the second period of play. Against the glass it'll go. Hole will be pushed up again by Alex Tempe. Palanchik in down low in the trenches trying to scoop that one out of there. It'll be played off of the shoulder of David Coleman for the Broncos, who advance it out to neutral ice. Gruber will skate back with it in his own zone. Lays it off the boards in behind as Hefter will chase after it. Coming on is LeBlanc. LeBlanc didn't get enough of it as Hefter will play it up by himself. He'll go one-on-one. Hefter will try to push it forward. He'll get a backhand hit on net. Puck still free outside. On the backside, Gruber tries to get one through as he Superman through the crease. 5:15 remaining here in the second. Buffaloes are now swarming around the crease. Hefter will chip it up over the extended hand of George Gruber. And this one will trickle out to center. Hefter will slide it across. No one in the area immediately as Tempe will come on to play that one. Rorda to Coleman. And that'll go into the Colorado bench, and we'll have a stoppage of play with 4:55 remaining in the second period. Boy, Colorado getting close.
A lot of oohs and ahs a second ago when the puck was seemingly on the doorstep, but they were not able to put the puck home. No one was able to get a stick on it.
Wrapped up on the faceoff. Bradford did enough to push it forward. Revere, though, will take it in behind for the Broncos. Meyer flips it across the ice. Dooley will come after it. He'll be met up with Mick Bruce. Bruce has been quiet here in the second. Misplayed to Wyatt. Wyatt will take up shot. It goes off the side of the pad of Champagne. To Wigton it goes. Wigton tries to advance it out to the neutral zone. Just got enough of it to get it out of the zone. Bruce will take over from his own circle with 4:30 remaining here in the second period. Adams up to Doyle. Doyle will send it to Bradford, who got a piece of it. He also got a piece of Zach Turner, who will play it forward to Rivera. Rivera will flip it forward. Adams got enough of that one to break it up. Wigton will fly it off the glass, and Doyle will skate after it. The freshman Chris Doyle will meet up down in the corner. Alex Henry will beat him to it. The goaltender will swing it along. Meyer will take a huge check from Andrew Bradford. Drop now to Bruce. Bruce will walk in from the blue line. Sends one just wide, and boy, it looked like Henry was screened on that play.
All comes because of the check from Bradford. A nice play to get the puck off of the boards and give Colorado a chance there in the offensive zone. A great forecheck coming after the dump.
Bruce will send it up to Wigton. Takes a weird bounce off the boards, but will advance to Anders. Anders will be slashed out from behind, loses the puck. Novikov will play it off the boards again. Waiting for it at the blue line will be Danroth. Danroth will chip it in down low. Skating after it will be Formosa. Champagne, though, will beat them both to it. Novikov along the boards, taken away by Carter. Carter will set it up as Wigton will fly after it. He and LeBlanc will go after it as actually Wigton decides to go for a change. Long ice pass, touched on the blue line again by Danroth. You talk about swing passes and stretch passes. I mean, we're seeing that exaggerated here tonight.
Especially in the second period with Colorado changing and the long change for Colorado. Central Oklahoma just putting that left winger on the blue line and waiting for the defense to get the puck and throw it up ice.
Bauer will receive the pass through the neutral zone. It'll slip past him, and Formosa will play it back into his own zone to Rorda with 2:57 remaining in the second. Misplay. Here comes Anders. Anders is going to break in one-on-one. Anders fires, and it goes just wide. Dora from the blue line will keep it alive. It'll go bouncing in behind into the corner to Bauer. Carter down in the trenches with 2:43 remaining in the second period of play. Colorado trying to tie this one up heading into the final 20. Edwards will send it forward. On the fly comes Novikov. Novikov one-on-one with Dora. Dora will shove him off the puck, and we'll have the referee's whistle. I think we're going to get a holding on
Colorado.
Yeah, it's going to be on. Is it going to be on Dora or is it going to be on Anders behind the play? I think it's going to be on Dora.
Anders has looked really good in the second period. He's been all over the ice for Colorado.
Anders had quite a goal earlier in this period. Roofed it.
I want to hear the highlight of the Joe Paris call. That's what I'm waiting for.
Check SportsCenter tonight. Check the top 10. That'd be great.
Hockey on SportsCenter? No way.
Club hockey on SportsCenter?
Maybe SportsCenter with another E.
It's for Sencha on TSN. TSN. Do you know they have 5 channels of TSN now?
Oh, my God.
There's 5 channels of TSN.
Oh, Anders is actually going to the box, too.
It looks like it's going to be... I think he got it at Sportsmanlike. Yeah.
Yep. And that'll be huge. If it's a 10-minute misconduct or something like that, well, it's actually just a 2. That's actually a lot better for Colorado because Anders has been so key in this period. But now all of a sudden, it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second period for Central Oklahoma.
Well, it'll be a Survivor Series for 2:27 for Colorado as they go down 5-on-3. Anders will get a 2 and a 10. I can't tell who's going to take the 2 for Anders, but either way, it'll be 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. Oh, boy.
That 10 really hurts, like I was trying to say, but I wasn't correct in what I was saying.
Rice will take it and survey the scene. Broncos know they've got a huge opportunity here. A one-timer from the outside is flowing high off the glass from Cyril Meyer. Kept it up the zone, though, by Rice. Rice will finesse it in down low. Tempe will come after it. He'll try to advance it out of the zone. Can't do so as Rice will pin it up against the boards. Across the ice, Meyer will misplay it, and out to the neutral zone it'll go. A minute 35 remaining on the 5-on-3 power play. Gavin Hull will send it across the ice. It'll be picked up by Robin. Robin will have it taken from him by Alex Tempe. Tempe will fly it around the boards. Kept in, though, again by Sam Rice. Rice across to Meyer. Meyer walks in on the back door. Saved by Champagne on the crossing pass. Meyer again. Back to the near side to Sam Rice. Rice will look in down low to Robin. He'll hit him there. A minute 10 remaining on the 5-on-3. Looking on the back door. Shot saved by Champagne. Rebound out there. The referee will get the whistle. And just in the nick of time as Ryan Dooley was right on the doorstep.
Central Oklahoma smartly working on those down low plays. We saw it somewhat successfully work for them. The goal got called back earlier, but they have 3 guys down there in the low slot. They keep going back to them, and that's what they got to keep doing because it keeps working. And Colorado's got to clear the front of the net, and they have not done that so far at all this game.
New line of Buffaloes out there. Oklahoma will win the draw. Wyatt goes back and forth with Rivera. A minute remaining of 5-on-3. Josh Wyatt slings it in down low. Receiver return pass on the high slot goes to Rivera. Rivera will fake it, moves in on the back door shot, and a great save there by Mick Bruce, robbing Andrei Novikov.
He had the entire 4x6 open.
Novikov still with the puck, probably curious how that one stayed out. Gruber gets just enough of that one, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Give Mick Bruce a save because, boy, that was huge.
And all of a sudden, some momentum building for Colorado if they can kill the last 30 seconds of the power play.
On the backside, another save by Champagne off the stick of Brandon Formosa. Wrapped up in the corner, 50 seconds remaining in the period, 23 of 5-on-3. Back to Rivera on the long side of the boards. Rivera will walk in. Novikov will send one on net. Water bottle gets dislodged, but Champagne's on top of the puck. 13 seconds remaining of 5-on-3. If Colorado can hang on here for 13 seconds, they're going to have a lot of momentum headed into the third period of play. 40.9 remaining in our second stanza.
They need one more face-off win and one more clear.
Boy, high-pressure situation here.
And that's why Sail by AWOL Nation is playing.
My favorite track of the summer 3 years ago. Wrapped up at the face-off. Bradford couldn't quite get to it, so it'll be Gavin Hull. 5 seconds remaining of 5-on-3. LeBlanc, a fired shot, saved by Champagne. To the corner it goes, and we're back to even strength. Up the ice comes the puck. Coleman and Dora couldn't quite catch up to it. 22 seconds remaining, but Colorado killing off that 5-on-3. Boy, that was massive. Dora from center ice will send one in, gloved out of the air by Henry. He'll drop it in behind. 14 seconds remaining in our second period. A one-goal game on Friday afternoon. This one will come down the length of the ice. Should go for an icing call, and it will. 6.6 seconds remaining. The Colorado bench can collectively take a deep breath.
And they almost had a 2-on-1 coming out of the box there. Weren't able to catch up to the puck as it was cleared out of the defensive zone. And here was 6.6 seconds left in the first period. They're going to have an offensive zone face-off. Colorado bringing out the big guns right here to try and win it and get one more shot on the net. Down one at the end of the second period.
Wrapped up into the corner, it'll go. LeBlanc will chase after it for the Broncos. His time will expire. The buzzer will announce the end of our second period of play, but boy, all said and done, 4-3 after 2 and after the start Colorado had in the first.
Doyle got away with a massive slash there in the corner.
That's all right. I didn't see it.
Well, yes, huge for Colorado now. It's only a one-goal game going into the third, and as we were saying during the first intermission to ourselves, we did not expect this game to be where it is right now because Colorado was not playing very well in the first period. Interesting to see if the third period will have as much special teams time as the first and second periods have. I think Colorado will be rooting for some special teams time because they have dominated on the power play tonight.
Jake, can we get a Colorado basketball update?
I believe it's 14-14 in the first half.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They're in a commercial break, so I'm a little bit behind.
Well, Colorado trails UCO 4-3 after 2 periods of play. But that was a great period of hockey. I mean, if you're a hockey fan, you're a casual hockey fan, boy, that was fun.
Yeah, real up and down action, a lot of special teams play, a lot of even and odd man number situations, a lot of 4-on-4, a lot of good stuff from that hockey period, a lot of hitting too.
We're going to step aside alongside Jake Shapiro. I'm Joe Paris. Third period action coming up in 15 minutes. You won't want to miss this. UCO and Colorado in a tight one. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we will have the third period of action here. Your home for Colorado hockey presented by Radio 1190 KVCU Boulder. 4-3 after 2. It's time for some third period action in Boulder, Colorado. Welcome back. 4-3 after 2 periods of play. The Broncos lead the Buffaloes. I'm Joe Parrish, joined alongside by Jake Shapiro. And Jake, this is shaping up to be an exciting third period of action.
Yeah, one of the things that will be interesting for Colorado is they're down their top center, number 68, Matt Anders. And it's going to be interesting to see how they replace him the first few minutes here of the third period. They're down a goal. He's been their key contributor on offense. Maybe Alex Tembe can do something from the defensive spot for Colorado, but Colorado needs to keep getting pucks into the zone and bring them towards the net. That's when they've had success in this game.
20 minutes of hockey left in regulation. We'll see if this one's destined to finish in 20. Maybe we'll have energy for more. For that to happen, though, Colorado will need to score a goal. Here comes Jake Bauer. He had it stuck up along his feet. He walks in alongside Carter, takes a shot, deflected off of the defenseman's stick. To the corner it'll go. Alongside the board, Sam Rice will play it up along. Comes free to Bauer momentarily before it's poked out by Chad Rorda. Hefter from his own blue line will exchange with Alex Tembe. Third period just underway from Boulder, Colorado. Thank you for joining us on your Friday afternoon. George Gruber will bring it to the corner. He'll play it outside to Matt Hefter. Hefter will jam it off the boards. Squirts free. Backhanded out of the zone by Gavin Hull. Tembe will skate after it. Buffs will go off for a change. Hefter will receive a pass at center ice and shovel it towards Zach Turner. Turner will hit the man at the blue line. Tries to exchange with Novikov, but Hefter was there to break it up again. This one will come all the way down. Turner will chase after it for the Broncos. Mitchell will give him a little bit of a shoulder down low. Mick Bruce will send him all the way out from the neutral zone. Glove down by Turner. He'll send it out to neutral ice. Mitchell will pick it up after Adams laid down a check. John Nitchin alongside Thomas Jarman and RJ Salvato out there. To Jarman through the slot, bouncing free, comes in behind the net. Jarman trying to jam that one on the wraparound. Henry had the post covered. Out to center it comes to Formosa. Bruce will jam it forward again. Lays down a man. Puck will bounce out to center ice to Andre Novikov. Plays it off the boards, taken away by Jarman. Jarman will come in 1-on-4. Handles for the first defenseman, not the second. Still in the zone. And broken out by Ryan Dooley. Dooley to the left side to the captain Rivera, who will take a check there from Elliot Palanchik, and the momentum stopped him, and he came in off sides.
A lot of back and forth play so far in the first 2 minutes of the third period. You need Colorado to start, get it going, get it cranking. Certainly by no means do they come out flat, and that's nice if you're Colorado. A little physicality here in the face-off dot between a pair of sevens, George Gruber and number 7 for Central Oklahoma, Michael Rivera.
That's George Gruber, the 7th. Where's number 7? Isn't that the greatest? That's the best. That's the best jersey number and name combination I've ever seen in my life.
Jordan Tutu's right there.
That's
Number
pretty good, 22.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I remember last year when they were selecting jerseys, there was George and another player that wanted to be number 7, and well, you can't not give George number 7. He's the 7th George Gruber. Long lineage of tradition there. It's actually a really good story. Sometime we'll have to have George on our radio show to talk about it. In down low, though, for Michael Rivera, and we'll have a referee's whistle as I think we had a hand pass in down low. There's a lot of guys looking around looking for an explanation here tonight.
Pitbull's looking for no explanation, Joe. Pitbull's always ready to sing some songs here at the old
Yeah, he's
hockey
live
game.
here. Pitbull's live at the rec center right now.
CU Buffs hockey featuring Pitbull. What would it be without featuring Pitbull?
Now it just feels like it's a Bud Light commercial. Did he do Bud Light or Coors? I can't remember.
Does it matter?
It doesn't. Some beer. Some
Up for whatever.
Some Colorado beer. They're all made here, right? Palanchik will glove it down to himself. He'll take it from the corner. Tries to center one in front for Gruber. It hits something. Straight up in the air. Someone's twig snapped in half and is lying in behind. Looks like that was actually the stick of Cyril Meyer. Coleman will bring it right back in through some traffic. Boy, he'll take a shoulder there, and that's going to be a penalty on the Broncos. That was an elbow. That was a blatant elbow, if anything, right in front of the referee. Coleman tries to lay down a shoulder against Rorta, but Colorado will now go on the power play. They're 2 for 2 on the night.
A very dangerous play for David Coleman, who easily could have been knocked out there, and that's why it is called a penalty. You can't have your elbows flying. David Coleman, lucky that he had his head up and not his head down, and was able to avoid the major hit that was about to succumb to.
If Rorta would have connected with that one fully to his head, I think Coleman would have been out on the ice for quite some time. 16:54 remaining in our third period of play. Colorado 2 minutes on the power play. They're 2 for 2 on the afternoon. 66% of their goals today on the power play.
Good math, Joe.
Thank you. I didn't even go to the calculator for that one. I went to the brain. Straight to the brain. Along the boards, Adams will wrap it up. He's down there with Luke Carter. Played to Bauer in the corner. He'll be pushed up against the boards by Zach Turner. Down low for Carter again. Carter, the power play specialist, will get it out to Matt Adams. Adams will come across now to Temby. Slap shot, saved by Henry. To the corner it goes again. Cycled in down low for Gruber. Gruber looks out to Temby again. Instead he'll swing one on net, saved by Henry. I don't know if he expected that one, but he got the pad out there and made the save. Bauer will circle it back to Temby. Down low for Gruber. Gruber will draw the attention of Zach Turner. Temby. One-timer for Adams through some traffic. It goes just wide. On the backside, Gruber just didn't get the trigger pull he wanted. Tempe will keep it in again. Shot on net and a glove save there by Henry. Didn't get all of it, just enough. Puck still free on the outside of the slot. Now down in the crease. Gruber will pick it up now to Tempe again. Tempe will go for another one on the backside. He couldn't quite connect with Bauer. 53 seconds remaining on the power play for Colorado. They're swarming, and we'll get a referee's whistle. Did that one jump over the line?
I think it did. Carter a little shaken up, I think. The net came off its moorings, and Carter a little bit looks like he's a little bit shaken up. He took a few major shots in front of the net, trying to battle for the puck. Excuse me, that's Jake Bauer, but Carter was in front of the net, battling in front of the slot, and Temby had his best shot of the power play when Carter got in front of the net, and maybe we'll look to the second unit to do the same. They need to get someone in front of that net when they're taking shots from the point on the power play.
Broncos will send this one down the length of the ice. Champagne will come out of his net to play it. Misplays it, though, deep in the corner. Buffs, though, will get back on defense, and here they come again. Buffs recoiling through the middle zone with 34 seconds remaining on the power play. The defenseman Bruce down in low, and that one goes through! They've tied the game! What a play! That take a weird bounce, and ends up in the back of the net. Henry says it was batted above the crossbar. The referee will disagree, and we're tied at 4.
The third power play goal of the game for the Buffs, and the third crazy bounce that ends up in the back of University of Central Oklahoma's net. Colorado just putting pucks towards the net and hoping good things happen, and that's what happened there. Colorado swarming in front of the net on the Central Oklahoma penalty kill, and they're able to put the puck in the back of the net of the Broncos.
I think Mick Bruce might have gotten the last touch on that one. It won't matter the name on the back because the name on the front has tied it up.
And all of a sudden, the 3-goal lead that Central Oklahoma had early in this hockey game has dissipated, and we're anew a 4-4 game here with 15:20 left in the third period.
You could have written this one off early in the first period, but the Buffs just didn't go away. They would not give up, and here they go again. Here's Matt Hefter as he leads the rush. He'll play it off the boards and go after it alongside Rich Wigton. In down low with Sam Rice. Wigton in the corner will draw the attention of Josh Wyatt. Wyatt will wrap him up in the corner as the puck will bounce around. Hefter from the boards will take some contact before advancing it to Doyle. Doyle will meet up alongside Sam Rice. Wigton will come out of the pile with it. Chipped over to Hefter, jumps over his stick, and this one will come out to the neutral zone. We are tied at 4 with 14:44 remaining in the third. An exciting comeback for the Buffaloes.
Central Oklahoma's backed up a little bit on their forecheck, too.
Wigton will come through. Into the corner it goes. The real question for me is, will Colorado be able to contain the stretch patch of the Broncos that is hurting them so much? To the boards it'll go again to Novikov. Novikov will flip it forward. Doyle will keep the line. Around the boards it'll go as the defenseman will change for the Buffaloes. Bradford will wrap it up alongside Zach Turner. In down low is Landon Robin. He'll fish it out of there and advance it over to Novikov. Palanchik will slide at it. Novikov keeps with it. Through center ice, he'll play it into the corner. Champagne will come out of his net to play it. Reverses directions as John Dora will chase after it. Looks to chip it forward to Coleman. Instead, he'll handle it around the defenseman. Poked away, though, by Novikov. Novikov in deep to the corner. He'll draw the attention of Trent Edwards, who just jumped onto the ice. LeBlanc through some traffic and a save by Colin Champagne.
Dora trying to do too many things there on the half boards leads to the turnover and the good Central Oklahoma chance. Of course, Champagne makes a nice glove save there, but Dora cannot have that turnover. He's got to get that puck up and out.
13:47 remaining here in our third period. A 4-4 hockey game. Edwards will bring it up the ice. He'll send it all the way down low as Palanchik will chase after it. Henry will slide it along. In from the blue line, Dora will keep it momentarily before Revere will advance it for the Broncos. Gruber will chase after it. Hot on his tail is Josh Wyatt. Wyatt will break it up in down low. Diving to keep that one in was Rivera. On the backside, shot by Dooley, a save by Champagne. His mask comes off, and that'll draw a referee's whistle.
Great pass and a great play there from Rodora, who gets the puck across towards the weak side and leads to the great Central Oklahoma chance. Of course, Champagne there keeps his team tied.
13:17 remaining in the third. 4-4 game. Man, this is exciting. I mean, this one looked all but over in the first.
Is this how all games are, Joe?
Yeah, this is it. If you're a hockey fan, you know this is it. Broncos will win the face-off in the offensive zone. Picked off along the side by Salvato, and he'll get it out to center ice. Michael Rivera misplays it. We'll have to go back deep into the defensive zone. Out come the Broncos. Alongside the near is Cyril Meyer. He'll get it in deep as the Broncos will go off for a change. That'll give Matt Adams a minute to survey the scene. Adams out to Nitchin. Nitchin will burst through the neutral ice. Taken away, though, by Cyril Meyer. Alongside the boards, it'll come to Rice. Rice will walk it through some traffic. He'll loft it in. His Hall will chase after it. Bruce the first one to it.
Colorado's been playing some pretty good up and down hockey the first 7.5 minutes of the third period, getting the pucks in and out of the zones, and they're defeating the strong forecheck of Central Oklahoma, who is trying to stop the Buffs in the neutral zone rather than in their own zone.
In comes Jarman, a backhand and a save by Henry. It'll bounce down in behind. Still loose. Henry will dive on top of it and scoop that one up for the save.
Scooped it up with his waffle.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He actually grabbed that one with the blocker. So I'm watching the replay. That was That was odd. You don't usually see the goalie drop the stick and just collect the puck like that.
Yeah. Stick's the most important part of the game in hockey. You got to have your stick.
That is true. You need your skates too, though, you know.
Yeah, well, I think that's a given.
Delayed penalty, I think.
Yep, Colorado's going to get it on a power play.
The Buffs will battle through the neutral zone. This one will be hammered down into the corner as Trevor LeBlanc will touch up. And the Buffs will go on their 4th power play of the evening. Why is that significant? Well, they're 3 for 3 thus far.
And 75% of their goals have come on the power play, Joe.
Look at that math. Mental math from Shapiro and Paris.
That's a penalty on jam-off. I believe it's a hook.
2 minutes up on the board, 11:53 remaining in our third. We are tied at 4. Thank you for joining us. You're looking live at the University of Colorado Rec Center, some Friday afternoon hockey. Join us tomorrow night at 7:30 when these two teams will play round 2. You can catch the action here on the same channel. It'll be wrapped up on the faceoff. Rivera will slam it around the boards. Temby will scamper to it. Can't quite keep after it. Josh Wyatt will go after him too. Wyatt picks it up. Back in. He scores. What a play. Josh Wyatt. He beat Temby to the puck on the aggressive shorthanded forecheck and shoveled that one in with the backhand. The second shorthanded goal of the evening for the Broncos, and it's 5-4.
Temby got beat to the puck there, and Wyatt, forehand, backhand, shelf. Beautiful. Textbook, just how you like to see if you're a Central Oklahoma fan. That is a very pretty offensive play from Wyatt coming on the break, who beats Temby. Colorado now still on the power play, 4 for 4 or 3 for 3 in this game. So they're looking to continue the streak and get back in this game and tie it back up.
They've still got 1:40 of power play time to handle. Temby from the blue line puts it across to Adams. Adams will sling one on net. Saved by Henry. Rebound. Puck still free. On the doorstep. Still free. And it'll be shoveled all the way out the length of the ice. Champagne will come out of his net to play it. Trying to catch the Broncos changing. He will. This one will come down. Referee's got his hand up, and that'll be an icing call on Colorado.
Offsides, actually, Joe.
Oh, offsides. Okay.
Henry had lost his net there, and the puck was loose. Colorado had a great chance, but no one was able to get their stick on it. And the reason this puck comes all the way back into the Colorado zone is because it was an intentional offsides.
Well, that's debatable.
Well, no offsides. It's technically intentional.
Yeah. 11:14 remaining in the third. Still a lot of hockey to be played. It's been all special teams, really. 2 shorthanded goals for the Broncos. 3 power play for the Buffaloes. 5-4, high-scoring affair in Boulder. This one's going to go down to the wire. Still 1 minute and 9 seconds on the power play for Colorado. Henry will come out of his crease to play that one. Misplayed it to Carter in front. Out to the point. Adams. Tell me a slap shot through some traffic, and I think Henry got just enough of that one. Dooley will try to get rid of it. Can't quite get it out. Oh, he does, as Adams can't catch up with it.
2 buffs in front of the net on that Temby slapper.
Temby will go D-to-D with Adams with 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Deep in their own zone is Colorado. Buffs almost caught changing there. Would have been too many men on the ice if Hefter would have touched that one, so we had to recoil to the bench. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Colorado. They trail by a goal with 10:20 remaining in the third period of play. Up the ice for Salvato. He'll break in on the defenseman. He has Jarman in behind him. Poke check by LeBlanc. Salvato sticks with it, though, in the corner. Out to the point to Hefter. Hefter a slap shot through traffic. Saved by Henry. Rebound controlled by Rorda. Rorda with 10 seconds on the penalty kill remaining. Loses it to Jarman. Jarman will keep it at the circle. Glove down by Salvato. At the circle, he'll get it back out to the point. Bruce will walk the line. Slings it through some traffic as we're back to even strength. 9:50 remaining in the third. Backhand saved by Henry. Puck still loose on the doorstep as Jarman couldn't jam it home. To the near side, it's Salvato. He'll go out to Hefter. Hefter will chip it in down low. In low is Salvato. Across. Slap shot from Bruce goes high and into the glass. Kept in, though, at the near side by Salvato again. Behind to Jarman. Jarman will try to use his body to get in there. Puck loose in behind. To the corner it'll go again. Nitchin. Back out to Bruce. Slings one through some traffic. Blocked by a defenseman in front. That was really the longest possession I've seen Colorado have all evening here on even strength.
Henry without his goal stick.
Nitchin behind to Jarman. Jarman again trying to use his body to get it in front. Still loose on the doorstep, and Henry will dive on top of it, and he'll hang on.
Henry has been very good low. Colorado needs to continue to shoot high. That is where they have had success. A little bit of, I would say, trouble Colorado had with the ref. They were not happy with the ref because the Central Oklahoma player jumped out of the penalty box before the penalty had expired there, but it did not affect the Colorado offensive zone attack. They just got to score now rather than just keep attacking.
Bradford in the slot, tries to go on the back door. Still loose. Oh, the puck gets pushed to the corner. Otherwise, Wigton would have had a good opportunity in front. Shot from the outside is gloved out of the air by Henry. 8:53 remaining in our one-goal hockey game.
Colorado's looked really good in the dots. I've mentioned this a few times, but they got to continue to keep dominating the dots, especially late in this game. And they're down. They need to keep winning these offensive zone draws, and they lose this one.
Up the ice comes Wyatt. Wyatt, who had the electric shorthanded goal. He's got some speed into the corner. Sent in down low. Edwards will chase after it. So will Doyle. They'll be met up alongside Rivera. Dooley through the slot. Fires one. Saved by Champagne. Juicy rebound is steered to the boards. Advanced forward. Wigton will chase after it. He and Meyer will meet up in the corner. 8:28 remaining in the third. In down low. Out to the point to Adams. Adams through some traffic will shoot it just past the near side. Bruce coming in from the blue line will pinch it into the corner. And that one actually grab the netting, will go out of play. Face-off will, I believe, stay in the zone on the deflection.
An important note that we have not made yet, Matt Anders out of the box. His misconduct has expired, and the Buffs' first-line center now has the ability to come back and play in this game.
And maybe it'll be an advantage that he's fresh now.
Maybe. He looked really good in the second period.
Broncos will win another face-off. Colorado had done so well through 2 periods of play in the face-off department, lagging a little bit here in the third. 8:06 remaining in the third period of play. Puck held up against the glass. Adams will go to work. Came free momentarily. Adams sent it to the slot. The Broncos will break out of their own zone. Hodder will push it in deep. Rice will come after it. Adams will beat him to it. Played off the boards by Robin. Bruce will grab it in behind his own end line. Someone without a stick out there. Looks like it was Donnie Danroth. From center ice will be dumped in by Colorado. Poked away by Henry to the corner. Bruce will take a shove in down low. Coleman will shoulder him in as he'll go flying into the boards as well. Polanchik trying to get it free. Out of the corner comes Gavin Hull. Down the ice it comes. Bruce from his own defensive half will get it to Polanchik, waiting for it. He'll shovel it in deep and go off for a change. Alex Henry will come out of his net to play it. To the near side it goes to Formosa. 7:15 remaining in our third period. Stretch pass is going to be off the mark. Icing called off. Champagne will come out of his net to play it. Hefter along the boards. Slides all the way down the length of the ice. This one again called off on the icing call. Meyer will meet up in down low. Bauer will chase after him. Meyer will get just enough of that one to get it out to center ice with the defenseman coming down on him. Temby cycles back into his own corner with 6:50 remaining in the third period.
Colorado all of a sudden not sustaining an attack after about 3 shifts of sustaining attacks.
Nitchin over the line to Carter. Carter will drop it back to Nitchin again. In deep now. Bauer will go after it as Rorda will stick it against the glass. Held up against the skates of Carter. Buffs will go to work down low. Rorda take a pair of Buffaloes. Puck is under the leg there momentarily as Henry will slide out of his crease to make an elaborate play to cover it up.
Another offensive zone draw coming to the right of Henry, his stick side. Very important for the Buffs to keep winning these. They lost the last one, but they need to sustain an attack in the offensive zone. It's been a lot of back and forth hockey here the last minute or two, and Colorado needs to keep the puck in the zone here and get a shot on goal.
Temby off the glass, goes to the corner to Salvato. Put in front, just missing on the doorstep was Jarman. Out comes Wyatt. Wyatt will weave around Temby. A shot on net, high on Champagne. He'll make the chest save and hang on for the faceoff.
Champagne, despite letting up 5 goals, has been really solid this game, especially in the last 2 periods. Really keeping his team in the game. Joe, you talked about how he's a competitor. He's really given his team a chance to win it. Mainly not his fault. A lot of stretch passes leading to rushes and breakaways are why Central Oklahoma is up in this game.
Puck will come free. Jarman will try to swing at it. Kept in at the outside by Landon Robin. He'll push it right back in. 5:58 remaining in our third. Do the Buffs have one more in them? Free at the top of the circle from the Trevor LeBlanc stick. Bradford had it momentarily. Bounce free. Jarman will take a shoulder. Finesses it across to Bradford. Bradford comes in over the line before having his pocket picked by Sam Rice. Rice has been all over the ice tonight. Rice, ice, nice. Puck came over the line off sides as Jarman is trying to tell the referee he's still out of the zone. They won't listen. Face-off will come to the outside.
5:33 left in the third. Colorado needs to keep getting the pucks in the zone. Central Oklahoma's forecheck has been a problem for Colorado. Colorado's been using the dump and chase a lot more often here in the second and third periods, and maybe they'll be able to carry a few pucks in the zone because that would be huge for sustaining an attack.
Dumped in deep by Colorado. Henry will play it high off the glass around to Edwards. Edwards will swing at it with a high stick. I think everyone except the referee saw that one. That's all right. Play continues. Formosa out to the neutral zone. Now Harley. Harley will come in 1-on-2. Plays it around Edwards. Sends one on net. Kick save by Champagne. To the boards it goes. Down low and deep. Centered in front. Doyle will pick that one off. Tried to hit Wigton, but does get it out of the zone at least. 5 minutes remaining in our third period. Dora, deep in his own zone. Tries to hit the outstretched stick of Doyle. In deep. Here comes Ryan Dooley. Dooley will come in wide to the corner. He'll take a shove from Rich Wigton in down low, but he'll stay on top of it.
Really nothing doing for Colorado since that power play ended.
They've been a little bit frazzled after that last shorthanded goal by the Broncos. And that one will sail into the netting and go out of play. 4:34 remaining in the third period of play.
Not much to say. Not much has been going on here. Just a little up and down hockey. It's going to be interesting to see when Eric Ballard decides to pull Champagne. Maybe a little bit earlier because Colorado hasn't been able to get an attack going to spark an attack.
Colorado will win the draw. It was wrapped up immediately and set into the netting and out of play. So we'll do it over again. 4:29 remaining in our third. Really good hockey game, though. I mean, to say the least. Back and forth action. It's got it all.
It's been a very good hockey team, something we'd expect from the first and second place teams here in the WCHL.
A battle for conference supremacy. These two teams will do battle again tomorrow night. We'll have the broadcast for you here on the same channel, 7:30 start time.
In the WCHL standings right now, Central Oklahoma trails Colorado by 4 points.
And you actually get 3 points for a win in the ACHA, so they can get within 1 point tonight if they knock off Colorado. Central Oklahoma, though, is higher up in the national rankings. I believe they're number 7, Colorado number 8. Not that those really matter. You can't really win the championship in November. Hefter will walk up against the glass. By the way, speaking of those rankings, all 7 WCHL teams in the top 25 this week. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Shows you the strength of this conference.
Oh, yeah.
Even Colorado State.
Even Colorado State is in the top 25. We'll give it to them. Saved by Champagne to the corner with 3:34 remaining in the third period of play. Buff's got to get it going on the offensive end.
Tough save there for Champagne coming off the half boards. A surprise shot.
Hefter in behind the net of Champagne. He'll look up the ice. Tries to hit Palanchik at the blue line. Did get a piece of his stick. Icing waved off. Henry from his own corner. Long ice pass from the goaltender. Comes all the way back into the Colorado defensive zone as Hefter will pick it up. He'll exchange with Alex Temby. Number 1 line out there for Colorado. Missing on the long ice pass to Carter, and then he'll draw an icing call with 3:07 remaining. It's also curious to see if Coach Eric Ballard will take a timeout here in the next few minutes.
Yeah, Colorado, you know what they haven't done, which they really need to do, is get their defense involved. Their best player probably in this game has been Temby, and we haven't seen them involved at all in the last 3 minutes. Granted, Colorado's barely had the puck in the offensive zone, but the defense has to start pitching in and holding the line and pinching in a little bit more.
Face-off won by Colorado. Just over 3 minutes to go. Carter will control in his own zone against the near side boards. Taken away, though, by Dooley and sent in deep. Hefter will be chased down by Rivera. He'll leave it in behind for Temby. Temby will look out towards Bauer. Bauer sees Carter cutting at the blue line. From behind, though, Wyatt will poke it away from him. Buffs do get into the zone, though, momentarily as it's kept in at the boards. Temby will take a shot. Saved by Henry. It's like a bounce down straight into his pad, and he'll have to wrap that one up for a save. So Colorado will get an offensive zone face-off with 2:40 remaining in the third. And this could be the biggest face-off of the game.
A lot of face-offs coming to the 6th side of Henry. I think every face-off from here on out is going to be the biggest face-off of the game, Joe.
Buffs win the draw. Tempe crosses it to Hefter. Hefter will walk in, sends one through some traffic. It bounces off the goaltender Henry and goes to the boards. Tempe will keep it in as it'll go to Rivera. He'll play it into the netting and out of play, so we'll do a face-off very similar to the one we had about 15 seconds ago.
You saw the aggressiveness from Tempe there, a major pinch in after his fellow defenseman Hefter pinched in. Both defensemen pinching in on the same play. Colorado really trying to spark their offense here.
You know, Jake, I haven't seen Anders out there at all.
Yeah, since his misconduct.
I haven't seen him out there. He might have been thrown. 2:20 remaining in action. 5-4 game. Broncos lead the Buffaloes on Friday afternoon. Buffs trying to get one more. If they can get this to overtime, that'd be huge. In deep. Henry will come after it with 2:04 remaining in the third. We'll see when Champagne will go to the bench. Played forward. Shot on net from Nitchin goes just wide. Stays in the zone. Rice will try to get it out. Salvato kept the line. Nitchin will hand it around a pair of defenders. Gets it to Jarman. Jarman will backhand it over to Salvato. Salvato will leave it again now to Nitchin again to Salvato. Salvato out to the blue line. Hefter from straight away. He'll fake it. He'll play it across now to Tempe. Tempe from the top of the circle sends one. Blocked in front. Stays here. Salvato will play it back to the blue line. Picked off by Central Oklahoma with 1:30 remaining. Off the boards from Robin. This one will come deep into the corner as the Broncos will go off for a change. 1:25 remaining.
And that entire play happens because Salvato keeps the blue line earlier in the possession.
17. Colorado deep in their own territory. Formosa will wrap up alongside Trent Edwards and Jake Bauer. Hefter trying to fish it out of there with 1:09. Time ticking away for Colorado. Finally, they'll emerge out of the pile with it. It's Matt Hefter, the defenseman. You got a feeling that Champine's coming out after Colorado can get it deep into the zone. Under a minute to go here. Piner still on his net. Dora will play it off of his skate, and it'll bounce into the Colorado bench and out of play. And
here comes the timeout from Coach Eric Ballard. Colorado still having a lot of trouble with Central Oklahoma's forecheck. They've had trouble with it all game. Maybe they'll be able to combat that here with 52 seconds left. If not, they're going to need to figure out a strategy to combat that tomorrow night.
52 seconds remaining in regulation. 5-4 game, and
you look for Colorado as soon as they get the puck on their half or Central Oklahoma's half of the ice to pull their goalie, Colin Champagne. But they need to get something going. They need to get pucks to the net. They need to get the puck in deep. They've been able to do that at times in this game, and maybe they get one more last rush where they get the puck in deep and they get the puck towards the net. But when they do, they need to look to shoot high on Henry because he goes down early, and they have had some success shooting high on Henry.
Meanwhile, on the basketball court, Colorado has come back big time. They were down by 20 points to Iowa State in the second half, but have got it within 5. Iowa State leads 43-38. You can check out that game on ESPN. 52.0 seconds remaining in the third period. Champagne in his crease to start this possession. As soon as Colorado will advance it forward, you got to assume he's going to the bench out of the timeout. Carter will play it off the board. Revere, though, will send it in deep again. 40 seconds remaining for Colorado. Very aggressive forecheck from the Broncos. It's turned over again. Revere will fly it in. Champagne will grab it, and he'll have to hang on as there's a swarming defenseman in front of him with 32.6 seconds remaining.
And they still have not been able to pull Champagne. Colorado's not been able to get the puck in the offensive zone. Can't score if you can't get the puck in the offensive zone.
By the way, Anders is not even on the bench. So he must have been thrown out of this game, which is huge because, I mean, he was Colorado's best player in the second period. Buffs will send it all the way down the length of the ice and hit the body of Chad Warda. Champagne goes to the bench. 6 attackers on for Colorado. 20 seconds to go. 5-4 contest against the boards. Hefter will move it forward. Tries to hand around a pair of defensemen out to the blue line, and Tempe is unable to keep it in as it was a hot shot coming out from Hefter. So the faceoff will come to the neutral zone with 13.9 seconds remaining.
Tempe playing way too conservative there. Was in the neutral zone when the Buffs had the puck in the zone. Now it's going to be interesting how the Buffs line up on these on this blue line draw. They got 4 guys now on the blue line. I think they're going to be trying to win it forward to try and get the puck in the zone.
The Buffs do win the faceoff. It's picked up, though, by Ryan Dooley. He'll bring it into the zone. Shot on net goes wide. 8 seconds remaining. Hefter's got to get it forward quickly. Temby's got it deep in his own zone, and with under 3 seconds remaining here in the game, Colorado is going to come up just short on Friday afternoon. Final score, Broncos 5, Colorado 4.
Yep, Colorado had stretches in this game where they were good. They came back from a 3-goal deficit, but ultimately you cannot go down 3 goals in the first period on your home ice and expect to win a game. Very tough for Colorado. A tough loss coming at the hands of one of the best teams in the country, Central Oklahoma. But if you're Colorado, you have to like the way your team battled in this game despite the early deficit.
Final score, Central Oklahoma 5, Colorado 4. And Jake, I mean, for me, it's hard to not look back at the 2 shorthanded goals that Central Oklahoma had.
Well, on every single Colorado power play, someone scored. Unfortunately for Colorado, Central Oklahoma scored 2, as well as Colorado scoring on 4 of their 5 power plays in this game. Or 3 of their 4, sorry. But a little bit of a rough stretch in the first period from Colin Champagne, and ultimately it cost his team the game. Those stretch passes on the penalty kill, as well as on even strength, really hurt Colorado, and Central Oklahoma's forecheck was dominant in this game. Colorado had stretches in this game where they got their offense going, but really when they weren't on the power play, they weren't able to continue to keep their offense rolling.
That'll do it from Boulder. Again, join us tomorrow night, 7:30 face-off time. Colorado will take on these same Central Oklahoma Broncos. Until then, go enjoy the rest of the basketball game on ESPN. And tonight, Colorado will take on USC on ESPN2 at 7 p.m. Jake and I are headed over to Folsom Field right now to go broadcast football. So maybe we'll see you there. Alongside the entire crew here at the University of Colorado Rec Center in Boulder, I'm Joe Paris alongside Jake Shapiro. Final score, Central Oklahoma 5, Colorado 4. This has been a presentation of University of Colorado Hockey, sponsored by Radio 1190. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thank you, and good night.